Usually world drop weapons are some of my favorites. There's a couple rolls I needed for Yarovit before I made the review. I got them all, so it's time. I actually quite like this. PvP wise, within the first couple games, I got a wee ran with it, and I had another one not too long after. And the whole theme of this weapon is smooth, and this thing is smooth. PvE wise, it has some appealing things. There's some things that no other primary weapon has, so that's really what you want to look for, aside some rolls that were maybe appealing to you and your playstyle. So how do you get it? You don't. You just play. A random world drop could be from a gunsmith, Rahul rank up, whatever it is, after activities or on the ground, like right here when Lost Sector farming. And that was just perfect for the video, so good luck. And it should be farmable in Lost Sector rotations in the future. It's a Stasis 900 RPM lightweight SMG. It's a Stasis funnel web of sorts. And 900s are some of my favorites. It's a good blend of speed, rate of fire rate to flinch, lethality. And as far as Stasis submachine guns, there's only 6 of them. Blood Feud, Forensic Nightmare, Prolonged Engagement, Rapacious Appetite, Unending Tempest, and this one. Prolonged Engagement is a direct comparison. It's also a Stasis 900, and you can still focus it at Zavala. When you compare them, a little bit of a shock factor. Does that mean it's that much better? Not necessarily. They offer different things, different perks for stats. So what does this one have going for it? Well, for starters, I'm on fluid dynamics. Up to 20 stability at the top of the mag, 30 reload. You can build off of that. It's a great perk for it. And another clone of this that I just want to bring up is Out of Bounds. This is the Crucible one, and again, you can still focus it. It's one of the most cracked lightweights ever created, and you never see it being used. Some of the highest range stability, all of it. You can add in things like Killing Wind and more, getting 60, 70, 80 range with fluid dynamics and kill clip. It's a good weapon. It's in a different spot. Yarovit's base range, stability, handling, recoil direction, it's all right in the middle, but again, perks help out tremendously. In the third, we have Air Trigger, Enlightened Action, Encore, Rewind Round, Strategist, Dynamic Sway. And in the final column, Surrounded, Desperate Measures, Zen Moment, Headstone, Collective Action, and Deconstruct. The main role that I was looking for the Crucible, and you've been seeing some of the gameplay, is Encore Zen Moment. It's a pretty rare combination. It's on a couple scout rifles, Randy's, Taraxipos, the Comp Auto Rifle has it, and the Incisor has it as far as a trace. This is the only SMG. And after using it, as advertised. Zen Moment, weapon hits grant 1 stack for the perk. That lasts for a second. There's a max of 5 stacks. This is 900 RPM, so it gets 5 bullets off really quick. The TTK is 12 bullets. So what's really cool about it is Omelette Fluid Dynamics is in, so you have a ton of stability. You have reduced reticle bounce, weapon shake, and flinch resist. Then you start chaining with Encore. Lasts for 7 seconds. Body shot kill, you get a stack. Precision kills, you get 2 stacks. You get a max of 4. So remember, they changed it not too long ago. You're also getting accuracy cone help. So there's a max of plus 20 range, plus 32 stability. When you start chaining this thing, if you have any stability on it, you're getting to 100 stability with accuracy, with anti-flinch. And after using it, like I said, it's extremely smooth. And when you look at multi-mock and other things, like those can chain better, but I think that this duels better. And it's one of the things I think of when reviewing a weapon and talking about a weapon. I had a couple rans, a lot of kills were with this SMG, and it tells me that in true 1v1s, when I needed it to down someone and get the TTK, it did. And a lot of that had to do with Zen Moment. A lot of that had to do with getting its stability and range up. Now, you could also go Zen Moment, Dynamic Sway, possibly Strategist, but the main two are Encore Dynamic, and that's paired with Zen. I have Hammer Forged Rifling, Range Masterwork, Flared Magwell. So I could have got a little bit more out of Ricochet or high caliber rounds, and in the end, Flared Magwell is the best stat product within the mag column. A little bit of stability greatly increases reload, plus 20 stat points to the weapon. So I am perfectly okay with this, and one of the things I was looking for. So strictly for the Crucible here, of course, when it comes to barrel mag masterwork, get the range up a little bit. Remember not too long ago, they did clamp things. It starts off at 16.4 meters. You add on Hammer Forge, it goes to 17.3. Range masterwork, 18.2. Most SMGs are living in the 17 to 19 meter range. So like once you get a little bit of range on it, it's going to be fine. Remember, again, it's all clamped in. So get that range up. But I believe that this thing absolutely flows through Zen Moment and Omelette Fluid Dynamics. It is so good. And you pair in what you can after that. If you get a high range roll with Zen, try it out. We also do have Desperate Measures. The base TTK is a 0.73, Desperate Measures 1. Tier 7 to 10, it's a 10 crit, 1 body. Tier 6 is a 9 crit, 2. And Tier 5 and below, you can 10 crit for a 0.67. And then the Tier 5 and below is a 0.6. So you get a little bit faster TTK. I am perfectly fine with the extra bullet because I have Zen Moment. The mobility of the lightweight and the 0.73 TTK and how accurate this thing is because of Zen, washing away flinch, reticle bounce, shake. I'm perfectly fine with that, and it's good. Surrounded's getting a little crazy. There's Headstone. It's always going to be good for a stasis weapon, and in PvE, it's one of the primary things you want to look for. But I would look for Zen Moment first, Desperate Measures second, build out from there. As far as PvE, I've actually had a number of these things drop. It's just taken a little bit to get the exact rolls that I wanted, and what I wanted to mess with for PvE mostly revolves around Headstone. Every single stasis SMG that I listed earlier, Blood Feud, Forensic, Prolonged, Unending, Rapacious Appetite, all of them have Headstone. So it's not like you can't get one, but it's the pairing perks I wanted to mess with. One of the main ones is rewind rounds. When the magazine is empty, it refills from reserves based on the number of hits. So extending that magazine. And I was thinking, right now SMGs are anti-barrier, really good versus anti-barrier, extending that magazine. But the perk combination of rewind headstone only on 2 weapons in the game. One of them is critical anomaly, the raid stasis sniper rifle, and then there's this. So just in general, hold down the trigger with backup mag, shoot out 39 rounds or more with like an appended mag. Get more back, then get more back, getting the lifespan of the magazine up to 65, 70 rounds. Really, really good. Paired with headstone, there's creeping chill in the artifact. Stasis weapon final blows against slowed or frozen targets. Releases a burst that slows. So on Warlock, of course, there's Bleak Watcher. Anything that's around the stasis crystal as it forms is going to get slowed. So you down them, there's a burst of slow that goes around. On Prismatic, there's the Facet of Ruin. It increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target. So headstone can do all of those things. And of course, the stasis kit has that as a fragment. Really, really good. I did a regular Lost Sector, I did a Master Lost Sector, went right through it. Paired it with Choir of One. This SMG was able to add clear, able to stun. It did great. And the other combination was Strategist Headstone. Now, up until these acts, the combination was never in the game. This is still the only SMG with it. And there's also Veiled Threat, which is the Radioloria Transposer Auto Rifle, which is pretty good. But again, it's an SMG. It's for anti-barrier right now. Different things that you can do. And as with all these types of perks, I know a lot of people that love and use, and I do, Demo Headstone, Pugilist Headstone, Strategist Headstone's the same deal. You get Final Blows, you get Class Ability Energy, and with that crystal, all the Shatter Downs that it gets is also Class Ability Energy. Those are the 2 main things that I wanted to get and test out and show you, but Desperate Measures. Pretty easy to get going in PvE. Also, Collective Action, collecting elemental pickups, so something like a Stasis Shard, and that's all throughout the kit. Like Prismatic's Facet of Command, defeating a frozen or suppressed target creates a Stasis Shard or Void Breach. So whether it be with Bleak Watcher or the headstone forming and freezing something, you get a Stasis Shard, you get Collective Action. They're surrounded, 40% more damage, 47 enhanced. So there are some things to look at when it drops, but PvE, like I said, the rare things are Rewind or Strategist with Headstone. PvP, Omelon with Zen, and just kind of go from there. If you get Dynamic, great. If you get Encore, great. Anything else, try it. And I can't really stress like how good this weapon feels in SMG range. And of course, outside of range, they lose aim assist. No SMG feels great outside of range. But this thing within range felt so good, extremely reliable. I was impressed with it, and it's a different vibe from something like Multimox, Kinetic Tremors, or Kill Clip. No matter what though, just because of what it has, we start pairing these perks, I think it just duels better. It wins more gunfights. And if it drops for you, try it. I think you'll see that. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Yarovit MG4 down below. What are your thoughts on it? Have you used it? I know a lot of people are going to see the range and all that and immediately dismantle it. But when you pay attention to it, like the actual range band, it's right there in the middle, and it actually gets on the high end with something like Encore, and it shreds. Let's talk about it. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.